Dr. Arthur Ammann is celebrated for his pioneering work in HIV/AIDS research and antiretroviral drug development. But it is his heart of compassion for suffering individuals that is even more inspiring. Although he came to Wheaton College intending to study mathematics, after taking a class in biology, he soon became interested in embryology and ultimately changed his major to pre-med. Some of Art's closest friends at Wheaton were Jim McDermott, now a congressman from Washington State, and Donald Amsler, who became a fellow physician. Art and Don took great pride in the discovery of a secret room in Blanchard Tower, which they nicknamed the Mouse House, and where they would capture mice and perform their own independent experiments on them. The two friends admit that they never received permission from the college to use the room for study or research, but describe working in the Mouse House as a great adventure. Art's other fond Wheaton memories came from going downtown with the Christian Service Council's Southside Sunday School groups, teaching Sunday school classes in a Chicago church, and visiting the homes of many local families. It was through these regular excursions that he met his wife, Marilyn Meem, also from the class of 1958. The couple later raised two children, Kimberly and Scott, and are commemorating their 47th anniversary this year. After graduating from Wheaton, Art went on to medical school at the New Jersey College of Medicine and graduated in 1962. He devoted much of his early career to researching rare genetic immunodeficiency diseases in children, as well as developing vaccinations against more common illnesses such as pneumonia at the University of California, San Francisco Hospital. Here he is pictured with Heather Gerton, the first immunodeficient patient to receive a thymic hormone in 1974. In 1981, Dr. Ammann was introduced to another child who was very sick with what he thought was an inherited immunodeficiency, but who was eventually diagnosed as the first known case of childhood AIDS in the world. It was ultimately concluded that the disease was contracted through a blood transfusion, a realization that had dramatic repercussions in the medical world. Dr. Ammann went on to chair the HIV Vaccine Research Committee with Nobel Prize winner David Baltimore and Barry Bloom, Dean of Harvard School of Public Health. He left his tenured position at the University of California, San Francisco Hospital to devote his energies solely to the research of HIV/AIDS and the development of life-saving drugs. After working for years with the successful biotechnology company Genentech, Dr. Ammann was able to channel resources from his investment in the company into his own independent venture, Global Strategies for HIV Prevention, a non-profit organization whose mission is to implement international strategies to prevent HIV infection. Global Strategies supplies and oversees the distribution of nevirapine, an antiretroviral drug that helps inhibit the transmission of the HIV virus from a mother to her unborn child.
5 years ago in Uganda, a study was completed in HIV-infected pregnant women. The results were amazing. A single dose of the drug nevirapine given to the mother at the time of labor and delivery, and less than a teaspoon of the same medicine given to the infant, can prevent 50% of HIV infection of the babies. We started the Save a Life program to put this life-saving drug in the hands of people that couldn't get it. The drug is given to hospitals and clinics in 23 different countries. We've distributed over 80,000 doses of the drug. The cost of nevirapine to treat all of the HIV-infected pregnant women for 1 year is less than $2 million. Yet in spite of this economical cost, governments are failing to move nevirapine out to the people who most need it. Global Strategies is working with non-government organizations and faith-based organizations to make education and training and life-saving drugs more readily available, as they should be in all resource-poor areas throughout the world.
Throughout the course of his career, Dr. Ammann has received a number of awards for his work, such as the Outstanding Alumnus Award from the New Jersey College of Medicine in 1992. He also received the Award for Service to the International HIV/AIDS Community, presented to him on the occasion of World AIDS Day in 1995, and an honorary degree from the Chinese Academy of Science in 2000. In addition, Dr. Ammann has had opportunities to meet many prominent individuals, including Time magazine's Man of the Year, Dr. David Ho, recipient of the World AIDS Day Award in 1997. In 1994, shortly after the first successful treatment to prevent HIV transmissions from mothers to infants was announced, he was invited to the White House, where he met First Lady Hillary Clinton and Surgeon General C. Everett Koop. It is meeting and helping the marginalized people of the world, especially women and children suffering from poverty and disease, that is most important to Dr. Ammann. In dealing with the AIDS crisis, he prefers not to look at numbers, but instead at individual people.
I began to study the scriptures really carefully to see how would Jesus have responded to something like the AIDS epidemic. And what I saw was that he really didn't respond to the big picture so much as the individual. So the first time I visited India, a country with over 1 billion people, I was very concerned that I would get depressed just by the sheer numbers of people that had HIV/AIDS. And I remember getting up one morning after reading in Matthew, looking out the window and seeing the people swarming in the street, but reading in Matthew about Jesus and healing the leper who came to him. And I realized that Jesus really didn't heal all the lepers in Jerusalem or in Israel, but he healed those that came to him. And I felt that this was the ministry that God was outlining for me, that it was a ministry about individuals in need. It was not about finding a cure for HIV/AIDS or a vaccine that would eradicate it from the face of the earth, but really responding to those who had the least, just as Jesus did.
For his Christ-like dedication to improving and in many cases saving the lives of others through the field of medicine, the Wheaton College Alumni Association is honored to present Dr. Arthur Ammann, class of 1958, with the 2007 Alumnus of the Year Award for Distinguished Service to Society.
Hope walks, hope flies, hope dreams of a better day. Hope stays and cries, and it tries to find a way. Hope waits for the morning when the sun will shine through. Till then I would walk 10,000 miles with